Hi Dragons, it's Miss Julia. Today I'm going to read you a story called Farfallina and Marcel by Holly Keller. This story is a little bit long, so if we were in school, I would have split this into 2 different circles, 2 different times to read it to you. So if this video gets a little long, pause it and come back and listen to the end a different time. You don't want to have too much screen time all at once. So this week, we want you to read the story, listen to me read it to you before our Thursday circle time online. And on our Thursday circle time online, I'm going to draw a picture and write something about this story. So if you get a chance, listen to it before Thursday. Farfallina and Marcel. This is a lovely story of change and friendship. See if you can tell me which character changes in this story. Farfallina and Marcel by Holly Keller. The rain fell all morning. It splattered on the pond and splashed on Farfallina's leaf. She found a dry spot and ate it. Whoops, I went the wrong way, and there's kind of a glare. There we go, that's better. Hey, said a little voice, you are eating my umbrella. Farfallina peered over the edge. A small gray bird was huddled underneath. Farfallina liked his soft feathers and his gentle eyes. I'm Farfallina, she said, and slid down to the ground. My name is Marcel, said the bird. He liked Farfallina's smile and her pretty colors. Sounds like they're thinking about compliments to give. Oops, this way. The rain turned to drizzle, and Farfallina wanted to play. I'll hide, and you find me, she said. Marcel agreed. Farfallina hid under a fern close to the ground because she knew that Marcel couldn't climb. Now I'll hide, said Marcel when he found her, and he hid right behind the tree because he knew that Farfallina moved slowly. That's very kind of him to think about his friend. I can take you for a ride on the pond, said Marcel. Farfallina inched her way onto Marcel's back. Whoops, geez, I am having a hard time with the camera this morning. And the glare. You tickle, said Marcel, and he slipped into the water. Farfallina giggled. There's so much to see, she said. Farfallina and Marcel played together every day. They liked the same games, and they liked each other. But one day, Farfallina was not herself. I'm not sick, she told Marcel. Just a little uncomfortable. We need to climb up onto a branch and rest for a while. I wonder what's happening to her. I'll wait for you, Marcel called, as Farfallina made her way up the tree. Marcel watched until Farfallina was completely out of sight. Then he settled himself in the grass and waited. Night came and then morning, but Farfallina didn't come down. Marcel called to her, but she didn't answer. He was very worried and terribly lonely. Weeks went by. The afternoons grew longer and warmer, and Marcel went to the pond. He was growing, and when he looked at his reflection in the water, he hardly recognized himself. Are you guys growing? Have you looked in the mirror lately? He went back to the tree every day to look for Farfallina, but she was never there, and after a while, he gave up. At the top of the tree, Farfallina was snuggled in a blanket of glossy silk. She was growing too. There she is. Do you see her? Do you know what that is called? The sky was blue and clear the morning she was ready to come out and open her beautiful new wings. What has she become? She had no idea how long she had been up in the tree, and she floated down to find Marcel. "I'll just wait," said Farfallina when she didn't see him, and she sat on a flower. Night came, and then morning, but Marcel wasn't there. Farfallina was tired and confused. She fluttered around a bit and went to the pond. The pond was glassy smooth except for the ripples made by a large, handsome goose who was swimming in solitary circles. Farfallina shivered with disappointment. Dragons. Do you know who that goose is? I wonder. She went to the pond every day to look for the small gray bird named Marcel, but he never came. One morning, the goose stopped his silent rounds and spoke to her. "You must like it here," he said. Farfallina fluttered a bit. "I've been waiting for a friend," she said sadly, "but I don't think he'll come." Marcel liked her smile and brilliant colors. "I know how you feel," he said. "I lost a friend too. She just vanished into thin air." Farfallina liked his sleek feathers and his gentle eyes. "A ride around the pond might cheer you up," Marcel said. Farfallina thought it would, and she settled herself on Marcel's back. "It's funny," Marcel said, "but I feel as if I've known you a long time." "I was just thinking the same thing," said Farfallina. "My name is Farfallina. What's yours?" Marcel stopped suddenly. He beat the water with his strong wings. Then he swam around and around and around. "It's me, Farfallina. It's me, Marcel. Is that really you?" "It is," Farfallina shouted back. They looked at each other and laughed. By evening, they had explained everything, and they fell asleep, smiling at the stars. Can you see Farfallina on Marcel's back? Farfallina and Marcel spent the rest of the summer playing just as they had before. Marcel was careful not to fly too fast because he knew that Farfallina couldn't keep up. Farfallina didn't hide in the flowers because she knew that Marcel would never find her. And when the leaves on the trees around the pond turned red and gold, they decided to go south together.